Welcome back to Everyday Sports Mania. In today's video, we will be talking about the 5 most failure free agent signings of the 2020 free agency and the 5 best free agent signings of the 2020 season. Anyway, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell if you're new, and welcome if you are new for more videos like this. Anyway, let's roll into it. So for number 5 on the worst list, it is Robert Quinn to the Chicago Bears. Robert Quinn is not the most particular talented edge rusher. Robert Quinn finished with 11.5 sacks for his best season. And he is an experienced veteran, but he is very old. He's a very old player for making $70 million. He is over 30, and it's just the Bears did not do a good job signing him. He is not worth it. $70 million for a player who's not as good as Khalil Mack, probably not going to help out the edge rushing, and it's going to take up that much cap space. It's not a good deal. Come on, Matt Nagy. Come on, Bears. Come on. For number 5, for the best list, it is Corey Littleton to the Raiders for $35 million in 3 years. That is a very well-designed contract. I'm glad that the Vegas Raiders found a deal to get done with Corey Littleton. Corey Littleton is an experienced but young linebacker who has the potential to still develop as an NFL player. 3 years for $35 million is very cheap, and it's just under $12 million a year. It's just a perfect deal. The Raiders definitely are going through a lot by moving to Vegas from Oakland, but he is the type of guy that you want on your team with that much skill and that much space to develop. And he's only $35 million. That is a great sign. Back to the worst list. Number 4, Jimmy Graham to Chicago. The Bears decided to sign the veteran, experienced, well-known tight end, who is probably one of the best tight ends in the NFL maybe 5 years ago. He is not comparable to players like George Kittle, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, Eric Ebron. All guys like that. He is not at that level anymore. He is not as valuable as any of them, and he's way too expensive to be signing for that type of deal. Chicago does not need a tight end like that. Chicago needs a young development tight end that they could maybe get in free agency or the draft. He is not the type of guy that you want to have on your roster because your team, Mitch Trubisky, is going to get so used to him and he's going to be gone. It's not a smart signing. It's not Green Bay got out of luck getting rid of him because Green Bay got lucky getting rid of him because he's a hard player to get rid of after all he's done. He's definitely not worth the money though. F for the Bears. For the number 4 best, we got Chris Harris, the most underrated CB possibly active in the NFL. He went to the Chargers for 2 years, $20 million. A very underrated cornerback. In my opinion, the best cornerback in free agency. I think he is well skilled, he's experienced, he's a veteran, he won a Super Bowl. You want a guy on your team like that. San Diego is going to have a stacked secondary with Casey Hayward, Desmond King, Derwin James, and him. I know that LA they really want to stack up in that secondary because then they won't have problems with Patrick Mahomes throwing it deep to Tyreek Hill. They won't have problems with Drew Lock going to Courtland Sutton. And they won't have problems with Derek Carr or Marcus Mariota going to Tyrell Williams or Darren Waller. It's good that they're stacking up their secondary because they need that against their division. I think LA has a very good opportunity next season because they got a hardcore, amazing cornerback, Chris Harris Jr. 3 for the worst list is Melvin Gordon III decides to leave LA and goes to Denver. That is a very, very, very stupid sign-in for John Elway. Why would you get a running back, Melvin Gordon, even when you have 2 very young, skilled running backs? Royce Freeman, a great receiving back that Drew Lock will need. Philip Lindsay, a guy who ran for 1,000 yards in his 2 consecutive seasons. You do not need to be signing these guys and wasting your money when you could fix up your offensive line, help out in the receiving game, and even help out in the pass rushing game to help out Von Miller. This is a very dumb sign-in. I don't know what John Elway's head he was thinking. Big F, if that's an F, whatever. For the number 3 on the best list, it is Phillip Rivers to the Colts for a 1-year, $25 million deal. The money is expensive. $25 million for 1 year is a lot of money. But it's worth it because Phillip Rivers is the perfect replacement for Andrew Luck. Even if it's for 1 or 2 years, it's still a great replacement. The Colts, Jacoby Brissett was not the savior to replace Andrew Luck. Not a lot of guys can replace Andrew Luck, but Phillip Rivers can. Phillip Rivers can turn around this offense and definitely help out develop Marlon Mack, help have T.Y. Hilton have comeback years, and help out with Paris Campbell and Zach Pascal. I think this is a very good signing for the Colts because the Colts are getting good value. The Colts will get good value out of that $25 million. I'm expecting this to grow great. Colts maybe 11 wins, and then they franchise tag him. Phillip Rivers' career is saved with the Colts. This is a great A. Maybe A+, but this is a very good sign-in for the Colts. And for Phillip Rivers. The Chargers are even happy. They got Tyrod Taylor and they might get Justin Herbert, but this is a very good sign-in. Good for you, Colts. The number 2 on the worst list, it is Nick Foles to Chicago. Chicago apparently they loved the free agency board. But the 3 signings they've had, Foles, Graham, and Quinn, have all been busts, or all predicted to be busts. Nick Foles does very well, wins the Super Bowl, beats Tom Brady. Not a lot of people do that. Remember that. Creates the Philly special. And then he moves on to Jacksonville, big hopes. He gets replaced by a 6th-round rookie. That really makes his confidence go. And then he gets traded to the Bears. Matt Nagy likes Nick Foles' playstyle. Matt Nagy isn't even going to start Nick Foles. So now they have 2 expensive quarterbacks that want huge contracts, and they both aren't capable of being starters. This is a terrible sign-in. I don't know what the Colts are thinking. The Bears are thinking. F. Robert Quinn, F. Jimmy Graham, and once again, F. Nick Foles. Number 2 on the best list, it is Teddy Bridgewater to Carolina, $63 million for 3 years. All right, I get it. $63 million is a lot for a quarterback, especially for a quarterback that was not a starter previously. But remember, when he was in New Orleans, Drew Brees gets injured, hurts his thumb against the Rams in week 2. Saints fans, oh no, our season's done. We can't win a Super Bowl. Well, the Super Bowl part's true. They didn't win a Super Bowl. But, oh no, our season's ended. We can't win any more games without Drew Brees. Teddy Bridgewater comes in. 7-1. 7-1 for a quarterback that backed up almost his whole career. I respect that man a lot. He deserves to be a starting quarterback, and he's in the same division. He's moving on to Carolina, and he's going to work great for developing Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore, helping out the tight end game, and even in making Christian McCaffrey consistently having great seasons. He's the perfect replacement for Cam Newton. Great job, Carolina. For number one on the worst list, we have Byron Jones. All right, okay. One thing that's good about him, he got a sick jump. All right, that's it. Byron Jones is a much, much overpaid, overrated, and not very talented cornerback. Doesn't get enough turnovers, and was surrounded by an all-around talented Cowboys team in the previous seasons. But now he's gone to the Dolphins. The Dolphins are not an all-around talented team from recent seasons. If he doesn't step up his game, then he is not going to have the opportunity to play on an NFL roster. He's overpaid, he's overrated, and Miami is the two most expensive cornerbacks in the NFL. This is a very dumb signing. Miami can't be going around signing defensive backs that want $70 million for 1 year. All right, for Miami's perspective, they just want to get good big names. Big names aren't always the answer. Byron Jones is not a player they should have signed. Maybe if they got him for cheap, it would be a good signing. But giving him what he wants is not a good signing. This is a huge F. This is an F-. This is how bad this is. Miami should not have signed Byron Jones. I don't know what they're thinking. Number one on the best list is, of course, the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the GOAT. All right, Joe Montana's not. Dan Marino's not. Drew Brees is. Drew Brees isn't. Tom Brady is. Tom Brady is. Tom Brady's the GOAT. 20 seasons in New England, no problem. Kraft, Belichick, the whole New England's probably still fit, but the Bucs want him. The Bucs truly wanted him. Bruce Arians felt that he fit well with his strategization and game plan. And they gave Brady the money that Brady wanted. $50 million for 2 years is a great contract for Tom Brady. Tom Brady deserves that. And I think now that we have Drew Brees in New Orleans still, Teddy Bridgewater now in Carolina, and Tom Brady in Tampa, this is a huge division. Tom Brady is an amazing quarterback. He deserves every single penny he deserves, and the Bucs gave it to him. Tom Brady now has the best receivers that he's probably ever had in his career. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Tom Brady will develop them incredibly. Tom Brady will help out Ronald Jones get the running game going, and he's going to make Bruce Arians look amazing. This is an amazing signing. Good job, Buccaneers. Anyway, this is going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for more videos like this. Free agency is an exciting time. I hope you all stay safe from the coronavirus. Stay quarantined and stay safe. Anyway, this is Everyday Sports Mania. I'm your host, and we're signing off.